Good afternoon. I normally say good evening. It's definitely the afternoon here, isn't it? Good afternoon. Welcome back, all of my diamond dogs. This is the Chrono Cat, picking up with episode 3 of our irregularly scheduled, fully voiced. Well, not the, no, they do all the speaking for us. Anyway, our long play of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. We had left off with some introduction missions to our operations area in Afghanistan on our previous episodes, and we've done just a little bit of additional work. We have expanded Mother Base, our home away from home, to include some additional operations platforms, and we have done just, I kind of went ham on the free roam, just doing a lot of theft, just stealing a lot of stuff, kidnapping a lot of people, knocking out radars and such, and also concentrating on some of the side ops, which have been opened up since last time, and these are just kind of drop you into the overworld and have a little extra bonuses or a little extra resources. In this case, we specifically picked up some language specialists. We remind you that it is no nation that we reside, but our native language is our true homeland. And we can now, with air quotes around it, we can now speak Russian and Pashto. So we can communicate with the local forces as well as the Soviet 60th Army. And they've been very helpful since then. Mostly we've been grabbing people from behind, holding a knife to their throat, and telling them to spill the beans. Some other features that have opened up: the challenge list here, which is just it's what would be achievements in other games, and in this case they just give you mostly like staff rewards for it. Anyway, we're a little bit spoiled on the ones in yellow at the top here, as these are mission objectives. Usually they are they frequently overlap with like the hidden objectives in missions. So for example, when we're going to be doing Where Do the Bees Sleep a little bit later, we know we want to capture an outpost, try and get a headshot from 100 meters away, and eliminate an enemy gunship. I would not have come equipped for an enemy gunship, but apparently there's going to be one, and we're going to need to eliminate it. Now we know. So, since I have been mostly doing free roam stuff, we are going to pick up with some missions to actually advance our story. Over the fence is a hostage rescue par excellence, and yeah, let's do that. Let's get in there.
Mission accepted.
Here we can see this is one of the cases where we have 2 regular landing zones, and because we have knocked out, in wandering around, we've knocked out the anti-air radar, we could deploy directly into the enemy stronghold. That would not be stealthy. That would be a gunfight. I'm not going to say there's not going to be a gunfight already, but let's try to control ourselves. We are going to go to this base here. We will knock out that guard post real quick, and then we can proceed into the main area.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Super easy, barely a challenge. We have our trusty horse with us. I can't imagine I need a rocket launcher for an ostensibly quiet hostage rescue. So let's go ahead and trade that in for a long rifle. Hopefully we won't need that either, but never hurts to be prepared. My customary mix of secondary or of gear is pretty much going to be C4 grenades and smoke grenades, and there's a bunch of fun stuff. I just never remember to use it. And the same goes for like items and tools. The most important items are, of course, the cardboard box, and we have that. There's a lot of fun you can have with like the decoys and other things, but I just kind of always forget that that's a thing. Select character. That's okay. Yeah, we can change our uniform. We have this snazzy ocelot looking outfit, but oh man, we could do this in a tux. Oh, that's tempting. The Soviets are gonna be like, we don't we wandered into a Bond movie. No, this is a sneaking mission, so we are going to break out our newly developed sneaking suit. It looks so bad, I hate it. Alas, nothing looks quite as good as a tuxedo, but a tuxedo is not super helpful for infiltration. We will ride a white horse, like you do. We're gonna go in since we're wearing. We're here. We're gonna try to do this quietly. I know I've said that every time. We're gonna try to do this quietly. We're going in 6 p.m. and let's say hi to the Soviets. Also, you know it's stealthy because the helicopter is going to blare "Only Time Will Tell" as we approach or flee an area.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Waksin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried
Metal
to
Gear.
defect from the base camp up north,
Yo,
but it didn't
Timbo.
work out. Now they're holding him at Waksin. He's offered his technical skills
Alloy
to us as long
flange.
as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
Gaseous sprocket. No, that sounds bad. We're not doing that.
Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well. Be careful down there, boss.
Map has been updated. Margot Place.
I don't mean to tell, my comrades how to do their jobs or nothing, but like, why would you give me an experimental arm that we weren't capable of maintaining? Right? Like, we just figured we'd kidnap the guy in the future. That is kind of how we roll.
Analysis complete.
Ooh, we got new
Analysis
skills, new
complete.
skills.
Analysis complete.
Okay, one guy with a skill who we want to come with us, and a couple of guys which we're less concerned about.
Analysis
This guy's like, oh hey, my friend fell over. That's fine. Honestly, we're doing the Soviets a favor. Come on, take 2 steps forward.
Guard post captured. You have arrived at your
It pulls a
destination.
little bit to the left. Okay, he gets to come home with us. We're gonna have a sleepover, and there's gonna be cake. I assume we have meatloaf night, back at Mother Base, because these guys are willing to betray their home nation really quickly.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I hope that patrol doesn't, freak out about the dead bodies currently in their guard post. But if they do, we earned that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
That's the Waksin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
That's rough, buddy. Okay. Yep. Pretty standard outpost. I don't believe they have really heavy defenses here. Oh, they replaced the mortar and the machine gun that I stole previously. That's nice. If I need another mortar or another machine gun.
Development. You have arrived at your destination. Development complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
They taunt me because we got Soviet soldiers that have like unknown skills, and like maybe they're useful. Most of them aren't, but you never know. Okay, we put a couple darts in him, buddy. Don't raise a fuss. Okay. New skill acquired. He's probably just a troublemaker. Doesn't know how to shower. Apparently that's considered a skill in the Soviet army.
You gotta extract him.
Okay, my silencer is not quite as intact as I would like it to be on my rifle, but that's, you know, that's my fault for not being a better shot. So, if we can avoid undue slaughter, that would only be professional. Can't quite get around there. It's like, yo, Red Army, you wanna like paint some yellow ledges around your facility here, make it easier to infiltrate. No, that is not a climbable crack, alas. Is this? This is. Okay. Good, good, good. Terrific upper body strength for somebody who was in a coma for 9 years.
Analysis complete.
Yeah, you saw nothing, buddy.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Okay, basic soldiery. The smoldering ruins of their AA gun. That's my fault. That's on me. I was exploring, and you know how it goes.
Analysis complete.
Hey, buddy.
Prisoner doesn't look like the target.
You wanna leave Afghanistan, buddy? Hold on to this balloon. Oh man, you better not complain about my balloon.
Okay, subject is in.
Okay, that structure there, the interior is where we want to get to. Let's get this fella out of the open.
Analysis complete.
Oh, someone saw him sleeping on a job. Or, oh, nope, that was someone else got caught sleeping on a job. I'm really hurting their chance for a promotion.
Analysis complete.
People just keep falling over.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, he saw the balloon.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Destination.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Nobody here but us chickens.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
It costs a little bit of cash, but we got money enough. I am
Analysis
bringing
complete.
down a fresh load
Supply drop complete.
of ammo and new suppressors, because this
Analysis
one's
complete.
just about to break. Come on, buddy, fall over. Ah, sandstorm, very helpful. Okay, I will admit I got lucky with the timing of this sandstorm. Oh, they got blueprints? I want blueprints.
The map has been updated.
We'll check where those are in just a moment.
Marker
Ah,
placed.
buildings on the other side. Okay. So, we have a fresh suppressor. I'm going to go put a dart
You
in this
have
boy
arrived at your destination.
that we just punched out. As this will keep him down for longer. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. They're not habit forming. I will not comment on the actual pharmacology of just randomly dosing people with enough tranquilizer to drop a fully grown man instantly to the head.
You have arrived at your destination.
I love stealing stuff.
have arrived at your destination.
Okay, going indoors. Suppressed rifle, refreshed. Our target is somewhere in this
You've
basement.
entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Analysis complete.
Alright, I think this is our boy.
Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Now, how hostile is this place? Oh, some of our friends upstairs are starting to
That's the
wake up.
target.
Протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы. Это скучно.
Mousy. We'll come back from. Yeah, that looks like Sky.
Биомеханические гибриды.
Fortunately, we work with balloons. Bye, boy.
Now that's some lateral thinking.
Completed.
Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Target extraction confirmed. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Alas, I cannot steal these crates, or else I would just ride one out of here. Where is the exit? Ooh, we got ground to cover. We want to get out of here. Alright, well. An excellently timed alert from the enemies.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Got another. Okay, no, yeah, no way they saw me at this. They're responding to the base. Okay. Oh, meeting up with their boy. Okay, and we just need to make to
Marker placed.
that perimeter. Which I would do on horseback if there weren't so many Soviets in the area.
Extraction arrived at mother base. Development project has been added.
This is me being nice. Thank you, teleporting horse.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Hey, okay, so we we avoided unnecessary slaughter.
Right. Mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
No enemy combat alerts. Not quite no reflex because we had that one guy right when the sandstorm came in, but that is much more professional than my kind of flailing through the earlier ones. Helps to have some proper equipment. Okay.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Spying Harrier. They gave him such a flash name, and the dude looks like an accountant. Like the least interesting person at a neighborhood barbecue.
When you're not on a mission, use that free time wisely. Surveying enemy outposts, for example, or gathering manpower and resources. Of course, even you need some downtime every now and then. Whatever you do, it's all another step on the road to our goal.
Indeed, we are doing it all for revenge. Okay, I'm curious, what side of...
Please select
I got
a mission.
4 of 5, what was the last? Oh, extract the 4-wheel drive patrolling the... Oh man, I would have stolen the thing! Driven out in style. Okay, doesn't matter. Alright. Do we have any side ops in the immediate area? Not really. Just that... Oh yeah, that's a kilometer away. Yeah, we'll get that later. So...
Please select a mission.
Right up on the next mission... Oh, that's even further away. Woof. Okay. Alright, let's bring in our friendly helicopter, and we will launch our next mission from there. Where can you pick me up?
Please select a landing zone.
I was gonna say if it's the it is the closest is in fact the barracks that we just left.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Alright, well we won't terrorize the Soviets anymore, for the moment. At least not in that outpost. Obviously we're gonna continue to terrorize the Soviets like in general. Like, you wonder if there's like, oh hey, we got transferred to this area of Afghanistan. We've got our central command there, which is great, but like, people just keep disappearing. Okay, come on, guys. You see a ninja riding a horse, just keep driving, man. I didn't even want your truck.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
I always like to have the least appropriate helicopter music. I don't know where we get the cassette tape for Gloria, but that is definitely going to go onto the playlist. If everybody wants to, why isn't anybody calling? Yeah. Oh, not immediately relevant. We also found a puppy on a previous op, and like that's good news. That is actually quite separate to one of our ongoing side gigs, where we are being paid surprisingly handsomely to retrieve wildlife from the area of operations, get them out of a war zone. I would point out that, like, man, tranquilizing all of the sheep that belong to the locals and then, stealing them with balloons is not actually, like, we're not helping when we're doing that. But if they pay me for it, we're gonna rub our nose in bloody battlefield dirt, all for revenge, right? Like, sure, we'll do that. Okay, where do the bees sleep? Generally in beehives. I don't know. Is this like a cone? Are we supposed to contemplate the sound of bees sleeping? Recover the U.S. military's new weapon, codenamed Honeybee, hidden at Smasi Fort. The Soviets are also after it.
Part of the Mujahideen's arsenal against the Soviets is secretly supplied by the CIA. But the war continues to drag on, with neither side gaining the advantage. Now, though, the CIA have started supplying the guerrillas with a new weapon. We don't know the details, but rumor has it that it could turn the tide of the war. The Soviets have heard about it, and it has them spooked.
For the record, anyone who has not seen Charlie Wilson's War, you should check out Charlie Wilson's War. If you're curious about the history of the CIA's armament of the Mujahideen during the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan, particularly the imitable Stinger missile system. But a lot more than that as well. Some of Philip Seymour Hoffman's best work. Incredible role from him. Here also, this is because this is a mission specifically. We are, sometimes you have multiple different landing zones that would be the same free roam. In this case, we have exactly one to choose from between guard posts 16 and 20. So that's where we're going to be. Also, we were a little bit interface spoilered on that achievement list, so we know there is going to be a helicopter flying around. I could hope to find an anti-aircraft gun, and one of the bases probably has them. Or I could be slightly more proactive and take a Grom 11, a Soviet rocket-propelled grenade launcher. Cheaper than other launchers, and easy to modify. Also, what's this? A Falkenberg with the Fulton warheads. Man, I've never been able to get this thing to work. Like, it's supposed to be a long-range attach a balloon to people. Never seems to work for me. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong or what. But also, we're not trying to steal a helicopter. We're trying to take it down. Also, get a 100-yard headshot, which admittedly the sniper rifle would help for. I might be able to do that with the rifle. We'll find out. Yeah, this looks good. Put us in the game, coach.
Deploying.
I will have to break this up in future missions because I've been doing a lot of nighttime deployments. Don't want the Soviets getting too comfortable during the day, or getting too used to fighting me at night.
Boss, locate and bring back the U.S. military's new weapon codenamed Honeybee. The CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen. but the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at Desmasi Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do. Bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing, but if you can find him, he might lead us to the target. Good luck, boss.
Nothing says stealth like prog rock. Okay, cover the Honeybee weapon system, and they probably won't let me keep it. They probably don't want my rinky-dink private army stealing a secret CIA weapon. Jerks. Okay, yeah, no real choice here. Just gotta go in,
Marker placed.
or just gotta follow the road, and deal with things as they come up. Hopefully there aren't too many soldiers patrolling on the road to catch me out immediately, but you know, what happens, happens. Okay, first guard outpost. Road looks quiet. I'm contemplating just ignoring them. Although this might be a good place to try for that, you know, 100-yard headshot. It's far enough away from the rest of the operations.
Analysis complete.
Oh, no. That is not gonna happen, man. Prone, how? I mean, that's a little better. Oof. I mean, I shoot this guy, he's just gonna panic. Well, maybe. How's the bullet drop? Okay, we'll try one shot. If it misses him cleanly, great. If it breaks his light, that's funny too. We'll wait until he points the spotlight in another direction. No, we have only immediately blown our cover. That's fine. You know what? He'll get over it. No harm, no foul. Sharp eyes. Oh, hey! That still counts. We're immediately hostile, but it still counts. Alright. I did it all for the Chivos.
Guard post captured.
Not sure what task did we fail? That seems a... I mean, obviously being, you know, super quiet and stealthy.
You have arrived at your destination.
Still, you know, that was a pretty good shot. Okay. Let's go back to being stealthy for the rest of this, the Mountain Relay
Marker
Base.
placed.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. Okay, so how did we get here? To Afghanistan in general. What is the story thus far? Is this going to be me attempting to recall the labyrinthine plot of Metal Gear games, having done no research and no preparation? Yes, and I think that's going to be very funny and worth everyone's time and attention. So, God, so okay, attempting to summarize even this is early in the timeline of Metal Gear. This is a prequel. But attempting to discuss anything in the franchise is like, I told you that story, so I can tell you this story. Usually with like 3 or 4 layers deep. And in this case, our story starts well before we are in Afghanistan or in a coma for 9 years. Our story starts with the previous generation of special operatives before Big Boss, our current avatar, and that is the Boss, or the Joy, her previous codename. Snake's mentor, adopted mother figure, the so-called Mother of the Special Forces, put together a special operations unit in the Second World War, invented, basically like what would be covert ops in the Metal Gear version of reality. And it was for like extracting people from behind enemy lines.
Think there's something in there that could lead us to the honeybee?
The toughest woman to ever live, arguably one of the toughest soldiers alive. The boss notably is like, pregnant on D-Day, gives herself a cesarean section delivery on the beach at Normandy, because why wouldn't you? Anyway, after the war goes on to found, the burgeoning days of the CIA, and is sort of in charge of training and special operations with their, all of the overseas wet work that the early CIA is definitely going to be doing. We overthrew a lot of democracies in Latin America because they happened to be, like friendly towards socialism. Or, for example, they just thought that they should own their oil instead of British Petroleum. Not that the, Iran Revolution of the 1950s, I say revolution, CIA coup, is in any way relevant, specifically these days. But anyway, the boss is an increasingly legendary soldier, makes a huge name for herself in the burgeoning field of wet work, puts together a special operations team that are called the Cobras. And this is they're the first of the obligatory, like, weird, quirky mini-boss squad that the Metal Gear games will be infamous for. There's a psychic, there's a man with a jetpack and a flamethrower, there's a sniper who's super old and operates on photosynthesis, there's a guy who shoots bees at people. What's really funny is I could these are all true examples. I could slip in fake examples, and you'd never be able to tell which ones I was making up versus which ones that's just how silly this universe is.
He's coming too. Roger that.
We have some communications equipment up here. I prefer it when my enemies have failure to communicate. And I don't know where the equipment is, because if you can just find the radio and shoot it, that'll do the job. Alternately, a little C4 on this here antenna, that'll do a job nicely. Also, what a fine observation post. Kids, plastic explosives is great. Definitely play with it. Okay, who we got?
Analysis complete.
Guys in towers.
Analysis complete.
Folks hanging around. Is this low path actually safe? Oh, that is a long...
Is that prisoner the Hamid survivor? I'm
Oh!
guessing the Soviets are making him take them to the honeybee.
Analysis complete.
Oh man, if there wasn't a friendly in that, I would just put a rocket into this vehicle right now. I'm still considering it. Shut up.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud
Clean
as
missed,
any
had
other
to try.
now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Please select a drop point.
Let's get a fresh suppressor while we figure out how to deal with these fellows.
Analysis complete.
Oh, there's the radar. Okay. Or there's the radio. That's good to know. Ooh.
Supply drop complete.
Is there going to be more music for me to steal? I hope so.
Analysis complete.
Oh, that man is that's a sniper. He's got a long rifle. Is that a stately Mosin I see? It is very difficult to use a suppressed pistol at this range. Particularly because it is a dart gun. Be swell if the guy in that I don't think I hit the guy in that tower, which is a shame because I'd really like it. He didn't have a spotlight pointed at me. I've never played this Tim. I've never played this game without a controller. It's just how I know how to do it. I have a feeling this is about to escalate. Smoke grenades are great. They are one of my favorite tools. Yes, they have snipers. Okay. Sir? Yeah, we'll be taking some hits to our heroism this time. That's fine. Sir, I was attempting to not kill you. I don't like parachute flares.
You gotta extract him.
Well, you know, that's a misphrasing. I'm ambivalent when it comes to parachute flares. It's the mortar rounds that follow them that I find myself with a sheer distaste of. some heavy chugging up. Oh, they got a...
He's coming too. Roger that.
they have a heavy gun in the area. Okay, well we're gonna smoke that and make things up as we go along. Yeah, smoke not even required. Hiding next to this bright red barrel is a great choice. I'm glad I'm making it.
Outpost captured.
I'll send him for medical. It might work. If it doesn't, he doesn't work for me.
You gotta extract him.
Oh my goodness, he actually, he in fact survived a 30% extraction. Well, there we go. My clumsy slaughter of the entire outpost was, hopefully offset by a good deed. Still no sign of this helicopter they were talking about. I wants the crocodile. Ah, another antenna. Redundant since we took out the radio, but never hurts to be thorough.
Marker placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, looks like the guard post is up top there. Okay. I can work with that. My dude, smoking is about to be bad for your health.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Guard post captured.
Wake up. Oh, he's wounded. Go back to sleep. Wake up. I thought I could interrogate them when I was sticking them up. I guess I'm wrong.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Drop supplies requested.
Some fresh silencers, then we can be on our way. Anyway, what was I doing? Okay, yeah, I was talking about the boss and the Cobras for Quirky Mini Boss Squad. So anyway, the plot thickens in the 70s, the height of the Cold War, where actually late 60s, I think. Anyway, I'm going into the plot of Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 3, where the boss is on an infiltration mission into a secret Soviet facility, supposed to be making contact with a renegade colonel, Volgan, Soviet colonel, and this is meant to be a whole double agent kind of thing. Gain his trust, infiltrate his command, and steal a giant pile of money, a leftover slush fund from operations during the Second World War. And things go sideways. The colonel is a madman. Detonates a nuclear weapon behind Soviet soil. The boss announces that she is, in fact, defecting to the Soviet Union. And our boy that we're currently operating, Snake here, was sent in to that to a weapons facility there to extract a defecting Soviet scientist. He ends up dead. The mission gets snapped. The boss announces that she's working for the Soviets now. Her entire Quirky Mini-Boss squad defects with her. She beats the hell out of our boy Snake, throws him off a bridge, and Volgan detonates a tactical nuclear weapon from a Davy Crockett a man-portable nuclear missile launcher. Yes, that's a real thing. The Cold War was a wild time, kids. And this does nothing for, shall we say, international tensions. The colonel in question, Colonel Volgan, is a political supporter of, I think it's Leonid Brezhnev, who at this time in history has a coup going on against Khrushchev. And Khrushchev is, I mean, I'm not going to say friendly to the West, obviously not, but this is, he's a known factor, and Washington is trusts him to be, we know the rules when we're dealing with Khrushchev. We would prefer him to stay in charge. Brezhnev is very much like, hey, we've got nukes, why don't we just shoot those at America and the British, because, what are they going to do about it? And Colonel Volgan, who the boss has ended up in cahoots with, is a member of this sort of extreme Iron Man of Russia Soviet faction. Oh, that's not great. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Well, we found the crocodile. So I'll finish this train of thought before I have to worry about dealing with that gunship, so I don't get cut in half with a single burst of its machine gun. Basically, back-channel communication between Washington and the Kremlin is like, hey, yo, American trader is responsible for blowing up detonating a nuclear weapon in a facility in Russia. We're not cool with that. This is going to be open war, Langley, unless you clean up your mess. Khrushchev's government can stall the hardliners for a couple of days, and that's the operational time frame, to where if the problem still exists in the near future, the Soviets are going to just solve it with whatever amount of force is necessary, and this runs the risk of having the Cold War go hot in a major way, and very few people want that. So, recovering from his injuries in this aborted prologue mission, where he got his ass kicked and, thrown off the bridge, Snake is sent back in with the explicit mission of, terminate the Colonel's command with extreme prejudice. Shoutouts to Apocalypse Now. And also to eliminate the boss, his mentor and mother figure, and her Cobra unit, because they're all, dirty traitors to democracy. Where's that helicopter? Actually, where's this guard post? Are these guys gonna be cool? No, I don't think they're gonna be cool. I don't want to have to worry about them behind me while I got a gunship in front of me. How wonderfully intimidating the chuff 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 of those rotors. That's probably the head. It was. Preemptive smoke. That's unfortunate. That fence, good. That's a good Soviet fence right there. They don't see a damn thing. They're about to see a damn thing.
Enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Ooh. Really wish I got that second hit. Sir?
Guard post captured.
I think the gunship ran away. That's disappointing. Machivos! Okay, but you know what? At least I wasn't cut in half with a single burst from its cannon. I got a lot of combat alerts on this mission.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
But anyway, finishing that story so I can tell you this one. See also at this point, see also the plot of Metal Gear Solid 3. That all happens. Snake is victorious. He has a climactic showdown with Colonel Volgin, who can just control lightning for some reason. I actually don't know why, but it's Metal Gear. You just kind of have to roll with these things. And faces down the boss in, single combat, in a battle of stealth and close quarters fighting. And she dies. In her last words, kind of leaves behind her legacy, talking about her vision of a world without borders, a world where soldiers are not used and then discharged and disavowed and tossed aside by the nations to which they are loyal, a world that does not require a gun or a hand to hold it.
Subject on board.
Very poignant, very sad. Anyway. Snake gets the Congressional Medal of Honor, inherits the title of boss from the sort of from the CIA, and they upgrade it to Big Boss because how is Onion going to know that he's better than the previous boss? Well, now he's Big Boss. Duh. Hey, you in the guard tower. You saw nothing. You don't see nothing now.
You have arrived at your destination.
Anyway, Snake, now Big Boss, sort of takes over as the head of Black Ops for the CIA, forms the Fox Special Task Force.
Now to find the honeybee.
Ooh, oh, this is, yeah, right. Oh, this is. We got hostiles, we got trouble, we got radar, we got a whole lot going on. Let's refresh our ammo. I'm spending so much on
Please
supplies
select
on
a
this
drop
map.
point.
Oh well.
Supplies requested.
We'll just steal more money. That's how life is as a mercenary. Yeah, he's already somewhat disillusioned with the state of wet work.
Supply drop complete.
From having to, kill his mentor in single combat. And it turns out, he finds out later, that the whole thing was a setup, that she never actually defected. It was just a mission that went sideways, and the CIA hung her out to dry for political expedience, largely because they were worried about her growing political clout, and were afraid that she could become like an independent, NGO superpower if she used her prodigious skills for personal gain. So, naturally, Snake takes this information about as well as you'd expect and decides to use his prodigious military skills for personal gain.
Analysis complete.
Becomes a sort of professional expatriate. Oh, I want to blow up that air radar, but it is guarded. Ooh. Also, what's on that radio? Is it music? I like stealing Soviet music. Because they inexplicably like 80s music. And some 70s funk. Dart for you. Dart for you. Wait for a minute, let him fall over. So yeah, our boy Snake pretty much disavows the United States at this point. Travels the world doing mercenary work, eventually falls in with fellow expatriate Kazuhiro Miller, who we are once again on payroll with. Kaz's idea is to basically like, hey, we're good at being soldiers and we're bad at being citizens of a nation which don't know how to respect and treat soldiers, particularly when they come home after the war. And he's not wrong. So Miller's brainstorm is, why don't we just start an army that is not beholden to a nation? This is a mercenary army. This is not new. History is full of these. And for the record, the one lesson which keeps coming up out of history: pay your mercenaries, right? Like, don't hire mercenaries and then try to stiff them, because their one skill is violence, and they're going to get paid, right? One way or the other. In a cheeky little play on the Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, the international humanitarian organization, which I support financially in real life. Everyone should. They're great people doing good work. Kaz starts with Big Boss, famous and capable that he is. They start the Military Sans Frontières, the MSF. And that is as previously mentioned, that is the first iteration of their private army operating out of Mother Base. And they just, happen to be a little too successful. Foiling Soviet schemes, interfering with the plans of deranged CIA personnel who are trying to disprove nuclear deterrence by starting a nuclear conflict to show that, humanity lacks the ability to destroy itself. He was wrong, by the way. But with that, that is how they end up in the company of currently not reporting for duty, but crazed high-tech weapons developer, Huey Emmerich. Man likes robots. Well, he likes any kind of Baroque weapon system, I suppose.
Analysis complete.
He's so lucky he fell over. It's like, son, even if the drugs aren't taking effect, you need to take a dive right now.
You gotta extract him.
But yeah, MSF are victims of their own success. They take some high-profile jobs for the CIA, end up in possession of a prototype weapon system, one of the earliest Metal Gears, in addition to a small nuclear arsenal. The powers that be during the Cold War do not like it when rinky-dink mercenary companies, operating without any oversight, are suddenly nuclear powers. So, feigning concern and operating a false nuclear inspection for the MSF, you know, who are publicly known. It's just not well known that they're, you know, it's rumored that they're a nuclear power, and that's a problem.
Analysis complete.
Enemy force? That doesn't sound right. Wouldn't be us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I have that hostage further in it, and I would like to rescue it. I'm going to talk to these gentlemen first. Just going to talk to them. There are admittedly a lot of people that I need to talk to. People keep just mysteriously falling over. And less mysteriously. But yeah. Feigning a nuclear inspection. The actual people that show up are not working for the United Nations. They are the XOF, the strike force, who we are currently butting heads with, for an organization that is called Cypher. Now, who is Cypher? Okay, well, I told you that story, so I can tell you this one. The boss, as mentioned, her quirky mini-boss squad defected with her way back in the day. Her technical staff did not. Her second-in-command, and some of her operations people stayed loyal and joined Snake on the cleanup mission. one of those staff, her executive officer, was, whoa, sir, this is a bad time.
We'll find out if he knows anything.
Should have stayed down. Balloon for you. Oh, I don't know why the anti-air radar is still intact. I thought I put C4 on it.
Good news, boss. Looks like that prisoner
But, you know, we
extracted
solve
was
problems
not
around these
Oliver.
parts. If they're
You guys are mute.
they're already
Find
hostile.
out the whereabouts of the honeybee on a map. It's on your iDroid. Head on over there and retrieve it.
Contraband. Let me take that off their hands. Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, the boss's former executive officer is Major Tom during Operation Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 3, and then Major Zero later on. British chap gets a hold of that big pile of money that was the sort of hidden objective of the previous op, and decides that the powers that be don't really know how to spend large amounts of money on military matters, and he's gonna do better himself. And he sure does, starting basically an off-the-books, multinational, above national interest special operations force that is called Cypher. And their strike force, in a cruel inversion of the Fox team that works for Langley, are the XOM. It's just Fox reversed. It doesn't mean anything. And they are dogging us to this day. They're the ones who attacked us in the hospital in Cyprus, and are the ones who shut down the previous mother base. So, we need some revenge, and we are going to, we're going to get it at all costs. And then we're basically caught up. Okay, alright. Honeybee is further inside. How do we get further inside? That is the operational question. Lots of diamonds, though. I like diamonds. I like money. Okay, cool stockpile. Guys keep wanting base camp to hold their hands. Use your own initiative, soldier.
You have arrived at your destination.
Who would have thought they'd hide it there? You secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back. Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter requested.
I'm not too proud to park right outside. If the Soviets complain, well, you know. They've got problems, I've got bullets. This ominous mist is surely a good sign. It will make it easier to sneak out of here. How could it not? I'm getting kind of tired of this creepy floating child showing up. Like, why you floating, kid? Why is all this dust falling upwards? Oh. You saved us, giant robot.
You look well rested, big boss. My, how you've changed. You became a demon for such little weapons as that? Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
Kojima said, how sinister do we want our villain to be? And the answer was yes. That sinister.
What the hell was that thing? It was huge.
Big robot. Okay, do we use the honeybee or not? Yes, Metal Gear. Precisely that. I think I can do it with grenades and C4, because it's a big bonus if we bring all the ammo back with it. That we do have to fight the skulls. Got the pillar men over here. Whammoo! Striking a pose.
Unit, the skulls. What's he doing to that soldier? Damn it. They're everywhere. Those skulls are too fast. If you had a homing weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the honeybee can do.
No, it's cool, creepy guys. Come on in. My smoke grenade was too efficient. Oh yeah, bullets work fine. That was just a whiner. I'll admit, I find the teleportation annoying. Yo, come on, guys. Follow me into this, follow me into this enclosed space. Two down. Three. Alright, where you at, spooky boy?
Bring the honeybee back to base.
I don't like that.
Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Okay. So, was this about as loud as we could have possibly done this mission? Yes, absolutely. Did the Soviet gunship escape our best efforts to shoot it down? Yes. But, you know, at least we found the we found the legally safe knockoff Stinger, and we'll be returning it intact, and I'm sure the CIA will be thrilled with us. Bygones be bygones about that whole attempting to murder us thing. Oh. Can't leave without getting the packing slip. This way I can mail myself here in future operations.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
One sec, B-Quad, just play my music.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by. Alright, get in. Time to go.
I almost reflectively used my launcher on these. That would have been fun. It's like, well, we didn't use the experimental weapon on the super soldiers. We did on target practice, though.
Exfiltrated hot zone.
Get out of here.
Area operations.
That's 4 out of 6 that passed. Isn't so bad.
Project has been added.
Have to check what the others are. Obviously, if it was one for stealth, then that didn't
That
happen.
was exceptional.
Oh, we were so sloppy, but we still got an A because of the bonuses for the skulls and the honeybee ammo. Okay, you know.
So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities,
They attacked the Soviets too.
and that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
Or what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan? There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly.
Kaz working very heavily on his foreshadowing, which is a literary device. An appropriate emblem.
I'm creating a new intel team to support you in our areas of operation. Members of this team will head out into the field and conduct reconnaissance. Knowing the strength of an enemy force beforehand will help you carry out missions more smoothly. We may also learn something about the skull-faced man. So boss, that brings me to assigning staff to the intel team. There might be guys already assigned to other teams who are more suited to the intel team. Go ahead and reassign them as you see fit.
Volunteers is always a bit of a stretch. When we mostly run on kidnapping, but kidnapping with Meatloaf Night. It's always Taco Tuesday at Mother Base.
The dog you brought back. There'll come a day when he'll be ready to join you on missions. But you know, he gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while. Get back to Mother Base.
Revolver Ocelot guilting me about being a bad pet owner. Man. When the worst person you know makes a good point. Puppy!
Hey, you see that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon he'll be... Hey, no! Stay! Stay!
All creatures great and small should punk Ocelot.
Go! No, maybe not yet. But soon. Soon.
We're running a strange operation around
Job
here.
offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base.
At least got all that blood off of me. Okay, so we had some staff concerns. We have the intel team now. Yep, everything's starting at rank E. Intel's very good. Scouting ahead is indeed exceptional until we can pick up, you know, some dedicated scouts of our own. So, firstly, oh, Intel's already at 35. Can we expand that? Yes, they will get their own platform. Ooh, and in 6 minutes' time, all of our primary operations will get more staff as well. Delicious. We love it, and we love to see it.
Platform
Okay.
construction.
Boss, welcome home.
Yep. Hail Cobra. Gunship slipped away from us. Okay, but the reward was only 500 fuel, and we are not hurt for fuel. That's fine. Granted, we're not hurting for resources or GIMP either. But... staff for the intel team. We love it. Engineering.
Development project has been added.
No sense claiming the high-level medical staff yet, because we do not have a medical division.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
Ooh. A lot of new projects. We're going to have to take a look at that. But I think that is going to be busy work, and there's going to be a whole bunch of menuing and me hemming and hawing over what I want. So, that is 2 successful missions, several plot developments, a man with a skull for a face, a giant robot, inexplicable cowboy villains, inexplicable cowboy comrades. Looking at you, Ocelot. Don't think I'm not.
Just let us know.
And yeah, a question of what is going on in what all is going on in Afghanistan. Why are there teleporting super soldiers running around? Who's killing the Mujahideen? And what can we do about it? Some of these questions will be answered on our next session. I don't know, man. It might take a little while. Things are getting weird. But yeah, for now, thanks for joining. Always great to have you. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and Metal Gear, and I will see you in the next one.